الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو، بديع السماوات والأرض، من جميع ظلمي وجرمي وجوري وإسرافي على نفسي وأتوب إليه. الحمد لله رب العالمين، بارئ الخلائق أجمعين، باعث الأنبياء والمرسلين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا سيد الأنام وصفوة الأنبياء الكرام، المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد، وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين، لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين، وحجته على العالمين، الحجة ابن الحسن فداه أرواح العالمين، واللعن على أعدائهم أبد الآبدين ودهر الداهرين. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة، وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا، حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. قال مولانا مولى الموحدين وأمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام: إني فقأت عين الفتنة ولم يكن ليجرأ عليها أحد دوني. To hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam, Al-Imam al-Mahdi al-Muntadhar, please recite a loud salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Al-Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam has a saying, and it is a very nice saying actually. It actually explains the nature of the relationship that was between Imam Ali alayhi salam and the nation. He says that أرادوني لدنياهم, they wanted me, they elected me so they can have better dunya. وَأَرَدْتُهُمْ لِلْآخِرَةِ. But I want to fix hereafter for them. Yes, I will build the dunya as well. Yes, I will give them the opportunity that if they use that opportunity, they will end up in heaven and they can have the dunya as well. But my vision is different from their vision. I don't look at the government as a stair that I can use to climb and reach my desires. But they want to abuse me. They want me to reach their dunya, and I'm not that man. I will not let them do so. Sometimes some of the Imam's companions used to come to him and actually give him their advice that, "Oh, Ali ibn Abi Talib, now is your time. Just do it." Imam Ali used to reply, "Hayhat an atlub al-nasra bil-jawr." I won't, never seek victory through oppression. I would never do that. So Imam Ali alayhi salam wanted to fix the nation, to build the nation, to give them and their children better opportunities, not only for akhirah but also for dunya as well. But he aimed hereafter. So why they revolted against Imam alayhi salam? As Imam Ali alayhi salam says, فَلَمَّا قُمْتُ بِالْأَمْرِ نَكَثَتْ طَائِفَةٌ وَقَسَطَتْ أُخْرَى وَمَرَقَ آخَرُونَ. So when I became the governor, some of you broke their promises with me. Some others actually qasatat. They stood up against me, against justice. وَمَرَقَ آخَرُونَ الْخَوَارِجِ. They get out of religion. You know what Ibn Muljam said when he wanted to strike Ali ibn Abi Talib? الحكم لله لا لك يا علي. Yes, الحكم لله الواحد القهار. But Ali ibn Abi Talib represents Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the earth. And you saw Ali ibn Abi Talib's miracles. How fool you are. Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah. How stupid you are. Maraqat akharun. If someone sees Ali ibn Abi Talib as a non-believer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will consider that person a non-believer. Shaitan did the same thing. He told Allah, "Oh God, I'm willing to prostrate for you and I'll do a sajda that no one can do something like that at all. But I won't do the single sajda to Prophet Adam." You can't. You have to obey Allah. Allah doesn't want worship of you. He wants you to obey Him. أنا لا أريد العبادة أريد الطاعة. The same thing, the nation of Ali ibn Abi Talib, some of them of course, had. They said, "We don't want Ali ibn Abi Talib. We only want to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." But can you understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants of you? Of course not. The only way to understand that is if you go and knock the door of Ali ibn Abi Talib, salamullahi alayhi. And that's why we call them mariqah, those who actually returned back, went out of the religion, returned back to the pagan era. Doesn't matter if they pray and fast. As you know, ISIS pray and fast as well. But they attack kids. They kill women. So it's not about praying and fasting. It's about whether you obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or disobey Him. So, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam says that they are revolting against me as if they haven't heard Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, تِلْكَ الدَّارُ الْآخِرَ نَجْعَلُهَا لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُرِيدُونَ عُلُوًّا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا فَسَادًا وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. That hereafter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give hereafter only for those who are not arrogant. لَا يُرِيدُونَ عُلُوًّا فِي الْأَرْضِ, who don't want to corrupt the earth. وَلَا فَسَادًا وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. So he actually explains what they want. Although some of them are nakitha, they broke their promise or promises, and some of them actually, they are oppressors, and some of them, they actually went out of their religion, but they share one idea. They want to be arrogant. They want to be mutakabbirin, jabbarin, tyrants. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will break necks of tyrant people. Of course, through His awliya, through those who represent Him, alayhum as-salam. And that's why Imam Ali says, أَنَا الَّذِي فَقَأْتُ عَيْنَ الْفِتْنَةِ. I made the fitna blind. You know, if you see a snake, a blind snake, you're not going to fear of it. Why? Because it doesn't have any eye. Can't see you. أنا الذي فقأت عين الفتنة ولم يكن أحد ليجرأ أن يفعلها دوني. No one dares to stood up against the wife of the Prophet and uncover his sword and enter the battlefield and shout, ألا هل من مبارز. But Ali ibn Abi Talib. But Ali ibn Abi Talib. Salamullahi alayhi. And he did. بعد أن ضاج غيهبها. When they go so strong, they came with that strong camel with around 100,000 soldiers. While Ali ibn Abi Talib and his soldier were only only 25,000 apparently. So 1/3 of them. And he won the battle. While he didn't want to fight actually. He said that the problem that you have is that you have envy towards me. أحقاد بدرية وترات أحدية. You have envy because what I did in Badr and Uhud, but I did that because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the Prophet, and the Prophet ordered me to protect the Prophet, to protect the holy city of Medina. And now you have envy against me. You wanted to demolish us, to kill the Prophet. And we had a duty to protect our Prophet. And I did. So why you have all of that envy in your chests against me? Allahu Akbar. So, Talha and Zubair went to Basra. And of course, the governor of Basra was Uthman ibn Hunayf, one of Imam Ali's companions. Very good and pious companion. And actually, Imam Ali named one of his son after Uthman ibn Hunayf. And he said that. إني سميته على اسم أخي عثمان ibn Hunayf. That's why he named his son Uthman. Because he loved Uthman ibn Hunayf that much that he named his name after the name of his companion, Uthman ibn Hunayf. So Uthman ibn Hunayf went to them with his soldiers and told them, what do you want? They said, we want to take revenge. For who? For Uthman. From who? From Ali ibn Abi Talib. He said, well, as long as we know that those who killed Uthman are with you. Even Aisha told Talha told Talha that you killed Uthman and then you went and paid allegiance to Ali ibn Abi Talib. So then it was very obvious. Very obvious. And they didn't accept the negotiation. They didn't come to an agreement. A fight started. They call it الجمل الصغرى, the small Jamal battle. And of course, Uthman ibn Hunayf apparently was doing well. Although he didn't have that much soldier, but he was doing well. And they wanted to actually keep their power to fight against Ali ibn Abi Talib salamullahi alayh. They said, okay, just hang on. We can come to an agreement. You can keep the mosque and keep the palace for yourself and keep the money, Baytul Mal, for yourself. But the rest of the city is going to be in our hand. And we can do whatever we want, and you can do whatever you want, and no one has the right to touch the other party. He said, that's okay. Until Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam arrives, we will stand by and wait for his orders. Uthman ibn Hanif said, that's okay. I accept. I don't want to shed your blood. I want to wait for Ali ibn Abi Talib. You uncovered your swords. That's why we fought back. We protected ourselves. But the problem with, snake, that you can't trust a snake at all. And Uthman ibn Hanif trusted them. And suddenly, one night, they actually ambushed the mosque, killed too many of Uthman ibn Hanif's soldiers, and captured Uthman ibn Hanif and put him in prison. And even Aisha ordered her soldiers to kill him until the sister of Aisha told the wife of Talha, apparently, told Aisha, don't kill him, because his brother is the governor of the holy city of Medina. If you kill Uthman ibn Hanif, his brother will take revenge for him. And you've got people in Medina. They said, okay, don't kill him, but torture him. And they tortured Uthman ibn Hanif. Do you know how? They plucked all his hairs. All his hair, even his eyelashes. And when he went back, and he was an old man, when he went back to Imam Ali alayhi salam, when Imam Ali saw him, he started to cry. Imam Ali told him, you were an old man and now you are young, you don't have any hair. He started to cry. You know how harmful that is? So they tortured him. Radwanullahi ta'ala alayhi. So they captured the whole city of Basra. Imam Ali sent Imam al-Hasan al-Mujtaba and Ibn Abbas to Kufa to try to persuade Kufians to come and join the army of Imam Ali. The governor of Kufa was Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. And that's the problem. Imam Ali wanted to oust him. Malik al-Ashtar told Imam Ali, just keep him, because he is from Yemen, and Kufians love people from Yemen. You know the mentality, Arab mentality. He said, that's okay, but under your responsibility. So that's okay. And then Imam al-Hasan went and delivered a strong sermon in the holy city, in the holy mosque of Kufa, persuaded people, encouraged people to join the army of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And of course, people started to think, when Abu Musa al-Ash'ari climbed the pulpit and said, no, don't kill your brothers, and al-Mu'mineen, wa al-Mu'minina. Don't go to fight against Aisha. I've heard the Prophet telling me that tilka fitnatun, an ordeal will attack you, and try to protect your religion. Sit down. If you sit down on that ordeal and fitna, it's better than standing up. If you stay, it's better than going out. Ibn Abbas came to him and told him, did you hear the Prophet saying that? He said, yes. He said, probably the Prophet meant you, because we never heard the Prophet saying that. So it's better for you to sit like women, not for us. And of course, a big dispute happened. They wrote a letter to Imam Ali alayhi salam, informed him with what's happening in Kufa. Imam Ali looked at Malik al-Ashtar and told him, this problem was made by you, because you told me keep him. You are the one who has to go and fix this problem. He said, of course I will go. And he went to the mosque of Kufa. Imam Ali was on the way towards Iraq. He went to the mosque of Kufa to see people disputing, arguing. And he looked at Abu Musa al-Ash'ari and told him, listen, pack up and go. Malik al-Ash'ar was from Kufa. Everyone used to respect him. Pack up and go. Look, the mentality that Abu Musa al-Ash'ari had. He said, can I just stay the last night in the palace of Kufa? The last night, I want to enjoy the last night. Kiss goodbye with the palace of Kufa. Malik al-Ash'ar told him, yes, stay. We don't care. People wanted to kill Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. Malik al-Ash'ar told them, no, you don't need to do that. He's going. He's already gone. And then Imam al-Hasan was able to take 12,000 soldiers from Kufa to Imam Ali alayhi salam. And that's why we say the actually champion of the Jamel war, the camel war, was Imam al-Hasan al-Mushtaba salamullahi alayhi. He played very nice and very clever and very good role on that battle. And that's why, let me add that, Muawiyah was afraid from confronting Imam al-Hasan al-Mushtaba. Do you know why? Because Imam al-Hasan al-Mushtaba was the grandson of the Prophet, while Ali ibn Abi Talib was the son-in-law of the Prophet. And people usually see the grandson as son. Okay, this is the first thing. And fighting the grandson of the Prophet is very hard. And Muawiyah was a politician. He wasn't like Yazid, a child who was playing with his power. No, he was a politician. And that's why Muawiyah told Yazid, don't kill Hussein, salamullahi alayhi. Because he knew that Yazid cannot administrate killing of Imam al-Hussein. If he kills Imam al-Hussein, people will revolt against him. What happened with Mukhtar ibn Yusuf al-Thaqafi. So this is the first thing. And also, people used to have envy towards Imam Ali, but not Imam al-Hasan al-Mushtaba. So it was very hard for Muawiyah actually to enter a battle and actually just try to persuade and encourage his soldier to kill Imam al-Hasan al-Mushtaba. They might tell him, why should we kill Imam Hasan al-Mushtaba? He has done nothing to us. His father killed, let's say, some of Qurayshian people. We don't care. It's not our problem. So that's why he actually tried to come to an agreement with Imam al-Hasan al-Mushtaba, so-called the treaty, the peace treaty. So Amir al-Mu'minin was sitting, a few days ago I was telling the story to my very good friend Samahat Sayyid Fadl al-Sayyid. He was sitting with his soldiers and he told them 1,000 soldiers now will come and join us. Ibn Abbas got so angry with the saying of Imam Ali. He said, why he said 1,000? Probably 900 just come, or 800, or 1,050. So then people start to doubt in Ali ibn Abi Talib. And then 999 people arrived. Ibn Abbas said, we're done. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Why Ali ibn Abi Talib said that? Why Ali ibn Abi Talib did that? And time passed. Let's say after half an hour, a single man came with his horse, and he came to Imam Ali alayhi salam and told Imam Ali, give me your hand. He said, why? He said, I want to pay allegiance to you. Imam Ali replied, on what? You want to give me allegiance? For what? On what? He said, I want to get killed while protecting you or observe your win. He said, what is your name? He said, Uwais. Imam Ali said, Allahu Akbar, Uwais al-Qarani? He replied, yes. He said, Allahu Akbar. My brother, Habibi Rasulullah, told me that Uwais al-Qarani will join your army and he will get killed protecting you one day. And he was killed in the battle of Siffin, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhi. So 1,000 soldiers. So that gave Ibn Abbas an ease. Easy, Ibn Abbas. You are the cousin of Imam Ali. Doubting in what? Do you think that Imam Ali alayhi salam doesn't know what he says? He does. His knowledge is from Allah's knowledge. Why Imam Ali said that? Do you have belief in him? If you have, just put your trust in Ali ibn Abi Talib salam Allah alayhi. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ رَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَلَا يَزِيدُ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا خَسَارًا. If someone doesn't have belief in Turbat al-Hussein, can he take it? No. If you have belief, it will be shifa for you. If you don't take it. This is shifa for mu'mineen. Those who believe. If you have belief in Ali ibn Abi Talib, stand with him. And be with him. And trust him. And just close your eye. When you just catch a plane and just sit in the plane when the pilot flies the plane, are you worried about whether he's seeing what is going on in the air, in the sky or not? No. You might go and see a movie. You might sleep. You might eat. You might do whatever you want. Chat, talk. Why? Because you trust the pilot. At least let us have the same trust we have in pilot. Let us have that same trust with Ali ibn Abi Talib salamullahi alayhi. When Ali ibn Abi Talib salam says something, we have to believe that it will happen. We have to trust him. So, Ibn Abbas told Imam Ali, okay, give them what they want. They want Kufa and they want Basra. Give them what they want. Let's put an end to that. Was Ali ibn Abi Talib salamullahi alayhi, the commander of the faithfuls, able to avoid that war? No. Simply, the answer is no. He replied to Ibn Abbas, if I give them the power, they will get stronger and stronger and stronger. And they will oppress innocent people. They will kill innocent people. That's why I will show those who want to fight innocent people. Show those the death and the sword of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لأبقرن الباطل حتى أخرج الحق من خاصرته. Sometimes to get the baby, the mother needs to go under C-section. Can you go to the doctor and tell her, don't do that. Don't use the knife. No. If she doesn't use the knife, either the baby will die or the mother and the baby will die. لأبقرن الباطل الله أكبر حتى أخرج الحق من خاصرته. Sometimes وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد. Imam Ali went to Basra and stood up in front of the Basrians' army and shouted, "What do you want?" They want the blood of Uthman. He said, "Okay, what should we do with the blood of Uthman? You've got them. They are with you." No, we want to take revenge. From who? From killers of Uthman. They are not in my army. They are with you. And he sent a message to Aisha, very strong message. Aisha listened to the message and told the messenger that, go back to Ali ibn Abi Talib. I don't have any answer to him because he's very strong, you know. I can't debate with him. You can't debate with him. But do you think that he can fight with him? The one who was in charge with Aisha's camel said that Aisha told me, just move a little bit so I can see that man who's riding the horse. And he looked from the hole, which was on the hodaj, on that camel. And she said, Subhanallah, كَأَخِيهِ Rasulullah, like his brother. And that man said, what do you mean, his brother? She replied, the Prophet. And that man told her, you are telling me that Ali ibn Abi Talib is like the Prophet? She said, yes, he's exactly like the Prophet. He rides the horse like the Prophet. He put his hand on the sword like the Prophet. His looks are like our Prophet's looks. He aims like the Prophet aimed. And then he said, then why should I be with you? And he just moved and joined Ali ibn Abi Talib's army. You are telling me that Prophet is on the other side. Why should I stay with the wife of the Prophet while the Prophet is the other side? I will go with Nafs Prophet, not with the wife of the Prophet. And he just moved to the army of Ali ibn Abi Talib, salamullahi alayhi. Amir al-Mu'mineen tried hard to avoid that war. But it was a war that had to happen because they won it. The last thing I will mention and wrap up. Amir al-Mu'mineen looked at his companions and he told them, I need a young guy to stand up, to go without an arm, without sword or spear or arrows, unshielded, to go in the middle of the battlefield, to put the Holy Quran upon his head, and to preach them, and they will kill him. A young guy stood up, said, me, ya Ali ibn Abi Talib. Imam Ali said, I will guarantee heaven, but he will get killed. And he looked at him, he saw him very young, 22, 23 years old. He said, no, sit down, it's hard. They're going to ambush and cut off your legs and hands. He said, no, that's very hard, O Ali ibn Abi Talib. Yes, a spear just comes straight away to my heart. Yes, but I feel the pain. No, I can't. He sat down. Again, Imam Ali alayhi salam said, I will guarantee heaven on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for him. He stood up again. He said, me, ya Ali, pray for me. Imam Ali gave him the Holy Quran. He went in the middle of that battlefield, put the Quran upon his head, and started to preach them. Suddenly, Ummul Mu'mineen. Yeah. Very nice. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, when he used to talk to Jamal soldiers, he used to tell them, Ummukum, your mother. He's not everyone's mother. He's your mother. She's your mother. Your mother said that. Your mother did that. She's not our mother. And Ummul, yes, ordered his army to kill him. And they killed him. They cut him into pieces. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. That reminds me with Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. When Imam al-Hussein put the Holy Quran above her head and shouted, "Oh, the nation of my grandfather. Look at the Quran is above my head. Look at my shield is the shield of the Prophet. Look at my clothes are the clothes of the Prophet. Look at my sword is the sword of the Prophet. Look at my turban is the turban of the Prophet. You won't doubt that I am the grandson of the Prophet. So why you are so thirsty to shed my blood? Did I kill anyone of you?" They replied, "No." "Do you have any doubt that I am the grandson of the Prophet?" They replied, "No, of course you are the grandson of the Prophet." Then he asked, "Then why you want to kill me?" They replied, "بغضا منا لأبيك." Allahu Akbar. Even in Karbala, Imam al-Hussein was madloom and oppressed, but Wallah, Amirul al-Mu'mineen was more oppressed in the land of Karbala than Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Was then when Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam uncovered his sword and he attacked the enemy and started to read, "Ana ibn Ali at-Tahir min Ali Hashim. I'm proud that I am the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib." Yes, he fought the enemy until they saw they can't win the battle, because this is the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Shimr ibn Dhul Jawshan shouted, and Umar ibn Sa'd shouted, "هذا ابن الأنزع البطين, هذا ابن قتال العرب." This man is the son of the man who killed Arab people. Just attack him. And I don't know what they did with Imam al-Hussein, but what I know is this: when Lady Zainab saw him in the eve of 10 of Muharram, she pointed at him and said, "أنت أخي, أنت ابن والدي, أنت حمانا, أنت رجانا." I can't believe my eyes. Are you my brother? Where is your head, O Hussein? Where is your finger, O Hussein? What is your glass, O Hussein? صلى عليك مليك السماء يا جدة. هذا حسين بالعرى لكنما المرجع لله. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الصلاة.